Now, you ready for this? Ready for
Yeah.
this story?
I'm ready.
This is probably the most terrifying thing that's ever happened when I lived in that house. Was this one evening, gotten into bed, I was sharing a room with my brother at the time, and I'd just gotten into bed, and I rolled over to face the door, and there was this black figure stood in front of my door, and I was staring at it, and I was saying to my brother, Christopher, turn the light on. And he was like, oh, shut up, go to sleep. I was like, Christopher, will you turn the light on? I don't know why, but I didn't say to him there's something in the room. I was so scared. All I could say was turn the light on. And this figure was like just staring at me, and then it opened its arms up like that to me. And it was like I could see that it was like shreds of fabric, like it was wearing a cloak, like a ragged cloak. And I was like, Christopher, turn the light on. And he went, shut up. So I turned over to face the wall, and I turned back immediately, and it was next to my bed. And I screamed and ran for the door. And for some reason, my brother-in-law, who was living with us at the time, heard me shouting and stuff. And he thought it'd be funny, not knowing what was going on, to stand outside the door. And I pulled the door open, and he went, boo! And that was it. I just ran, jumped back on my bed, and I was sobbing. I remember just absolutely sobbing. I was terrified.
What a knobhead.
I know, but to be fair, he didn't know what was going on in the room at the time. And I've mentioned this numerous times to my parents, even like probably last year I mentioned it because I always talk about this thing because it had to be the most terrifying experience I had in that house.
That's the sort of thing that would give you like PTSD and stuff, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's mad.
Like, I mean, mad. Yeah. Okay, we'll say you didn't know what was going off in the time, but you hear a kid screaming. How old were you?
7 or 8, I'd say.
Yeah,
somewhere like that.
There's no chance. There's no way, like, you could justify standing behind a door when there's a kid screaming on the other side and then going boo. Like, there's no justification. I'm sorry.
He was one of these guys that was always like Jack the Lad. He was a joker and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah,
brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's horrendous. That'd have crippled me. That absolutely crippled me.